All right, so let's start with exercise 1-6. I apologize about OE being hidden under my recording, but I think you get the idea. Please make yourself the giant lopsided T. A reminder, our assets are what we own. Liabilities are what we owe. What's a key word with any liability typically? Payable. And then OE is what we're worth. We know that there's a plus minus combo, and we'll write those in as we use them. You, of course, have beautiful lines on your notebook paper. I don't on here, so we'll do the best we can. So exercise 1-6, I'm seeing it at the top of page 37 in your book. Join me there. I actually like the pair of 1-6 and 1-7 because on 1-6 they remove the numbers and they just say, all right, here's a transaction. Let's see where the pluses and minuses go. We made a cash investment to start the business. Where's one of the plus signs going to go? Plus cash. We're crossing the big vertical line. Where's the other plus sign going to go? Okay, you guys remember what it was called yesterday? Capital, AKA an investment. Now, why can we have plus plus? Because it crossed the line. Because if we invested 10 grand, 10 grand equals 10 grand. Number 2, we paid our monthly rent. What's happening to cash this time? Minus. Rent is an expense. Now, that's a tricky one because isn't it we owe someone money? It gets a little bit tricky. If we gave them cash, then it's an expense. Like we paid that cash and it's a rent expense. You'll get good at knowing what the expenses are as we progress through. Number 3, we purchased equipment on account. What asset went up? Okay, we'll get to liabilities in a minute. Kenzie, you are spot on. What did we gain though in this transaction? We got equipment, so we had assets go up. Did cash go down? No. How do we pay for this? Liabilities. AP also went up. Sorry. A couple of you asked yesterday, is this going to get harder? Yes, it is. And what will happen in the future is instead of saying we just generically bought something on account, it will say which account. So there will be like, you know, Joseph, comma, AP, Bradley, comma, AP, Ben, comma, AP. So there will be lots of APs and they'll have a name with them. Yes. On account. We owe. The other way it could have read was, right. It is. It's kind of like a credit card. That means I went to John Deere and said, hey, I want to buy a new tractor. Send me a bill. Versus, hey, I want to buy a new tractor. Here's my pile of cash. Good question. When we buy something on account, that means we have not exchanged cash yet. Will cash eventually be exchanged? What will happen to AP? It'll go down. What will happen to cash? It will also go down. And we, I guess, aren't going to pay that bill just yet. Good. Number 4, we build customers for services performed. What's going to happen under OE? If we have customers and we did work for them, we're going to get revenue. We made money. In this case, did they pay us money yet? No. So if you knock on the door of a landscaper and say, hey, can you redo the rock and add some pavers and plant some shrubs for me? They come and do the work. AR also goes up because that customer is going to owe us money. Eventually, AR is going to go down, and it's like, isn't it kind of scary if an asset goes down? No, because what asset's going to go up when a customer pays their bill? Yes. I will give you an exact example of this. We had all sorts of house projects that we wanted done before school started. So like literally on Labor Day weekend. More plumbing was at our house, installing some water in the garage, water in the basement in different spots, okay? Did they perform a service for us? Yes. They had revenue earned. But John and Jenny Mars were their customers. I did not pay cash that day that they were there. I was just vacuuming up the mess. Yesterday in the mail came what? A bill. John and Jenny Mars, the customer, 2 More Plumbing, better pay their bill. Okay. If I decide, nah, I'm not going to pay it. Or, oh, I forgot about it. What do you think will start happening month after month? They'll call me. They'll send me maybe a naughty letter. They'll come find me. They might charge me late fees, interest. Okay, so that's why the bigger the business, the more people they have working in the AR department, so they get John and Jenny Mars's money. Okay, so 2 More Plumbing, yes, they earned revenue by putting in these water features of our house, but they did not get cash yet. The AR went up, and as soon as those AR pay, that goes down, and then cash goes up. Okay. Number 5, woo. Right? Are we on number 5? Yes. Withdrew cash for owner's personal use. Did the owner steal money? No. It'd be unethical if the owner was doing that without journalizing it or doing the bookkeeping or the R part of IRC, but because the owner officially withdrew this and did a journal entry, it's legit. If the owner takes cash out of the business, we will see cash go down. What's going to happen under OE? Minus drawing. So although the owner in his personal life worth is going up, the worth of the business is going down because the owner took money out. Hopefully there was more capital than drawing, so he hasn't completely drained the funds. Number 6, received cash from the customers billed. And number 4, oh, John and Jenny paid more plumbing. Okay, what's happening here? We are going to see AR go down and cash go up. And for the first time in this example, I see a minus and a plus on the same line because it's all on the left side of the big T. So when people are like, oh, an asset's going down, well, an asset's also going up. Okay, Kenzie. A higher cash number for sure. Right, so that's why some businesses are very heavy in AR. In other words, they let people charge all the time, but there better be enough cash to back it up. Yep. ARs will eventually liquidate and become cash, but there's that kind of uncertainty, like, are we going to get this customer to pay their bill? And do you think customers default and don't pay their bills sometime? Unfortunately, yes. We'll spend a whole chapter on that. So you want as much cash as possible, or you want to get that AR turned into cash quickly. Number 7. This one's worded weird. Incurred an advertising expense on account. Should we do the easy part of that? Minus expense. Did we pay cash for that advertising? What did we do? Why did the AP go up? Because expense went down. Just like what happened here. We have a plus, a minus, and it's exclusively on the one side of the big T, so we're good to go. The best example I can give you is like when I have a sale at my house, and I'm going to have a sale at my house as I told you about. I'll call the newspaper and say, hey, can you run an ad for me in the Stevens County Times? They run the ad, and they send me a bill. A lot. Yes. Like if you, well, we're talking two different beasts here. If you do a classified ad, like you're having a garage sale and it's just words, then it's per word. If you're actually running a physical created ad, like about yay big, this would be about a $200 thing. So they run the ad, they put it in the paper, the ad happens, better pay my bill. And I'm an AP, I owe them money. Eventually you'll see AP go down and then cash go down when you pay it. Yes, Irma. They give you deals, like if you know, maybe you're like, hey, run this ad twice a month. Or run this ad for the next 6 weeks. They'll give you deals, yes. That's the salesperson's job. Riley? For now, kind of to answer the question from yesterday, is this going to get harder? There's going to become more APs, and we're going to slap names on them, like the names of the customers. But then we're also going to take out notes payable, which are loans. For Chapter 1, everything's going to be exclusively payables, the word payable with it. So the expense is always a minus OE, but the question is, how are we paying for it? Are we paying cash for that expense like we did in rent? Or are we going to charge the expense? Then it's AP. Always ask yourself, is this cash or not? And if it doesn't blatantly say cash, assume that it's AP. That one was worded weird though. Incurred an advertising expense, but key word there is on account. And then when you're like, okay, is it AR or is it AP? Well, do you owe or does someone owe you money? When someone owes you money, you own the right to that money, and then that's when it's AR. Good questions, you guys. Number 8, purchased additional equipment. How do we pay for it? Minus cash. Plus, minus, because it's all on that side. Last one. Received cash. Okay, that's easy. Plus cash. From who? What kind of customers? Ones that had originally bought something from us and didn't pay. Rather, they were an AR. So when they're paying their AR, what's going to happen? AR is going to go down, and we're going to get cash as a result. Good question. When the revenue happens, it happens. Okay? You don't ever bring down revenue. It's not like we had revenue and then we lost it. We had the revenue happen. It's just, how are they paying? Did they pay cash for that revenue, or did they charge it? Because it says those key, from customers when service was performed. You know what? I did that one wrong. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you asked that one. Thank you. Thank you. I got a little ahead of myself. I'm sorry. That one was definitely plus revenue. Thank you for asking that one. Got a little ahead of myself there. Thank you. Had it said on account. I must have misread it. Now, Go to your next page. I want you to try this by yourself. You can do it. These just have numbers assigned to them. I'll do the first one with you so you can kind of see what I'm looking for. 1.7, CAM Computer Timeshare Company has the following transactions. Transactions are bookkeeping. Transactions are the R of the IRC. So you've got the same T. You don't even have to put the numbers in for me. I just kind of want to see you do the same. I just want to make sure we're good. So like the first one, purchased computer terminals for $20,000 from Digital Equipment on account. What are computer terminals, do you think? What kind of asset? Equipment. They're not pens and pencils, so they wouldn't be supplies. Did we pay cash for those? No, we bought them from a company called Digital Equipment. So you're going to see AP go up. You can put the business name next to it if that helps you remember that, oh, it was that vendor that we bought from. So just rip through these 8. I will show you the answers in a minute. Doesn't slow us down. So we did the first one. Let's take a peek at the second one. Paid $4,000 cash for May rent. Minus cash, minus rent expense. Received $17,000 cash from customers who were billed in April. Plus cash minus AR. Yes, AR. So why can we do a plus and a minus? On the same side. Very good. 4, performed computer services, so plus revenue. How'd they pay us? Plus cash. Paid Tri-State Power Company, $11,000 cash, so minus cash. What do you think it would be? Yeah, like utility expense, or just minus expense is fine. CAM invested an additional $29,000 in the business, plus cash, plus owner's capital, plus investments, kind of go hand in hand. Number 7, we paid Digital Equipment for the terminals that we bought up in number 1. Minus cash, minus AP. We don't owe them anymore. Do you ever think we could have a partial payment and then not all of AP would go down? Do you think we could accept a partial payment from ARs? Yeah. Finally, incurred an advertising expense for May of $1,200 on account. Advertising expense minus AP plus went up. Plus AP minus expense because we didn't pay cash. Good job.